All right, so I know this is going to be difficult because we're in a game of trying to figure out who the traitors are, but I need you to blindly trust me and let me explain. I'm going to explain to you why. So, for this interrogation, right? I need you. We're going to distract the people that we are interrogating because we need to throw them off of their game, right? We need to really figure out who's the traitor, right? So, as soon as we start interrogating, I need you to start out by saying, "Hey guys, I'm really sorry. I have an online seminar I'm working on for my job." You're going to let them know that you're going to be present, but you're really going to be working on something for your job, right? Just something you can make up, whatever. This needs to come across as very sincere and convincing, right? So that way, as I'm asking them the questions, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be paying attention to like their body language. You're going to be paying attention to their reactions. It's like if they're hesitating on questions that I'm asking them, like pick up on that, make note of that. Also listen to their tone. So for me, I'm going to keep my tone like this. I'm not going to be raising my voice. It's going to be very, very straightforward. Anytime that like they have like an emotional response, or they're like start stuttering, or they're doing things that are like, because I have a tendency to go like this, right? So if they start mirroring me, like doing what I'm doing, I need to know all of that, because here's the thing: they're only gonna think they're talking to me. They're not gonna know that you're jotting down everything.
I could actually say I have to, because I actually do have to do that.
I
have to do things. I'm like, I not work for a seminar, but I do have to fill out forms for one of my kids' IEPs, and like it has to be done. So like I could just be like, it's last minute, and like I'm sorry, but like I'm here, but like go for it, Anthony.
I mean, so it's Lauren, Elle, and Mike.
So that'll work, but I'm so stoked, dude.
We're at a very important part of the game right now. Like I don't feel like I know that I'm not gonna vote just to vote someone off, you know? Like I'm going into this with the mindset that Mike is the person that I want to, and it's going to take something from Lauren or Elle that is drastic. I'm like, wow, I did not know that. This is who I believe it is now. But I mean, as of right now, with all the information that Mike is like dropping and his finger pointing, that's where I'm going to. That's why I needed to interrogate him tomorrow.
Anthony,
how you doing, playa?
I'm good. How you doing today?
Good. Listen, let me tell you this before everyone gets in the room. Mike is gunning for you, playa.
I know, they told me.
Bro, listen.
I'm ready to talk my shit.
Yo, no, he fucking came out of nowhere yesterday. He was like, "Yo, I'm going for Dart," and I was like, "My man, what do you mean?"
That's great, bro. I had a one-on-one with Raven.
Yo,
the devil.
We gotta hear it before Mike gets in here.
I'm ready to talk my shit.
Yo, talk your shit. What up, L Bugs?
What's up, guys? I'm about to get interrogated.
Yep, everyone. So, guys, listen, I'll be interviewing, interrogating.
Who's the interrogators again?
So myself and
Lori. Get it right.
Lori. So we're going to be interrogating Lauren, Elle, and Mike.
Hey guys.
What up, Lori?
Elle, and Mike. Okay. Lori, are you excited to interrogate?
I am. I'm like, unfortunately, I kind of like have this big old long form thing that I need to do. So like, I'll be doing two things at once. So.
Hi, Elle.
Sorry that it worked out that way, but.
Lori looks cold.
So y'all just want to do a three-way interrogation right now, or what? We could do that.
It's not even going to be an interrogation. It's more like, hey, listen, I need help. I think like Laura and I were talking. We just need like kind of like guidance, not even guidance, like kind of like an understanding. Like, what have we missed? Because we only have 6 minutes, right? So when we leave, what have we missed? What hasn't been like, communicated to the rest of us? Like I'm really trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah,
that's real.
Oh, I'll be back.
Oh my God, y'all. Damn, I'll be back too. Okay. Wait. Don't leave. Wait, Mike here. Wait, Mike. I've been waiting for you.
Yeah.
Listen. I always feel like tonight could be my last night when I'm playing. So I always want to make sure my voice gets heard. And my opinions are out there, because I don't want to just be silent and sitting back and not saying anything. So I'd rather tell everyone how I feel. Listen, I know, Dar, you need the stage, but I gotta just get one more thing off my chest, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously Dar was not in the chat the other night, right? And then there was the discussion about him. And then I had a one-on-one with Dar like an hour later after that. And I was like, where were you, man? We missed you in the chat. And he was like, yeah, but I already heard what all was said because Raven told me everything that was said while he wasn't there.
Okay.
Why'd you do that? So I called her out again because I just thought it was really weird how I had already called her out for like kind of the same thing. And I just wanted to put my feelings out there about it because I thought it was a big red flag that she like ran and told him right away. I already called you out for something like that.
I mean, you can call me out again if you want, but
I am.
He asked
Why'd
for
you do that? Why'd you run to him and tell him?
I told him what was happening. That there was talk about him, that another person already told him. So I updated him that even Dot left. I'm telling the information that's being formed.
Okay.
What's going on?
All right, I just wanted to know because I know Mike had said he would out his idea at the next voting, which would be tonight anyway. But like, I don't know. I just felt like maybe people didn't want
30 minutes
him
later,
to be running
a
told
day
that.
later, who cares? It's not like there's a murder between then and now. So
I don't know. I'm just pointing out shit that I'm seeing. It's getting late in the game, guys.
No, I do appreciate the heads up.
Because of the like dynamic that's going on with me and Lauren, I feel like she has no chance of taking her suspicion off of me.
Like Raven, respectfully, you're gonna get someone killed with that. Like
that's not trying to get someone killed. That's just being informed.
Y'all both told me though.
Well, I was like, what's up, dude? And you're like, yeah, Raven already told me everything. And I was like, she for real told you? And you're like, yeah. And I was like, I can't believe she told you. But then I was like, well, fuck it, whatever then. Because she had already told you. She told you everything.
What is everything? Because I wasn't in any of those chats.
You told him how Mike was gunning for him and all this other shit.
I just want to know, like, why.
No, I didn't say gunning.
Alright, well, you know what? It's gonna come out at some point. Elle hasn't heard it.
What, out of time?
From me. Oh, Dar, you're out of time, so I guess you can't hear it directly from me. But you will later.
This is
my God, I'm sorry. I took up his whole time. I'm so sorry.
Look, no, it wasn't gunning though.
You told him that Mike was gunning for him.
No, I told him the information that Mike was sharing. And I told him everything that happened last night anyways because he wasn't there.
Well, I mean, the information I shared is that I'm going to probably be voting Dar unless something crazy happens between then and now. Goodbye, Raven. But point being, with the Ashley information, look through my notes, look through my memory. Dar and Ashley never mentioned each other's names, negatively or positively. Dar claims to have never had a one-on-one with Ashley, which I find really interesting, considering both Dar and Ashley were trying to make sure they one-on-one with everyone. I distinctly remember Dar having a chat, or being in a public chat and being like, oh, I'll make sure I get a one-on-one with you later because I've not talked to you yet. And I just find it a little too convenient that two people that were trying to talk to everybody, Dar is like, oh, I never got to talk to Ashley one-on-one. I don't believe it. I think they talk one-on-one every night. It's just, it doesn't add up with how they were playing the game. That and his reaction with how things were when Ashley went. I was watching as many people as I could at once. And you did sort of see some sort of reaction there from him. Those are my primary reasons, and I have nothing stronger to go on anybody else.
Lori's gone. All right, hey, here we are. Look at this.
If you got something good to share, share it. I got
man
later.
I'm so all over the place tonight, Mike. So all over.
Yeah.
Has Dar been on at all? Have we finally seen Dar?
And then he ran out of time. He asked me what was up, and then literally ran out of time 10 seconds later. Lauren had some stuff to say, and then he ran out of time during it.
How was Lauren?
vote? Is that where the vote's leaning towards is Dar? Is that
Look,
what
I don't know for sure because I haven't like solidified votes. I just shared with everybody my thoughts, and that right now, I'm probably voting Dar unless someone else.
Well, in this next round, we have to figure out something. Some sort of continuity has to happen because if not, we're all over the place, and that's worst of the worst. If we have really no one person.
I'm telling you, I'm pretty confident on this one. Not 100%. You never be 100%, but
Mike, I've stuck with the whole one of the four have to be. Dot's gone. If it ain't you, it's damn sure not me. And Dar, I've tried to get something. I'm still getting nothing out of it.
Yeah. Well, logically too, it makes the most sense if you were gonna make a returning a traitor, you'd make Dar a traitor, because it just fits with our personalities. Like Dar would have had the most opportunity to have new things to show. You get what I'm saying?
Did anybody else have anything else to say about where they were leaning or anything today?
I know Lauren called out Raven for running to tell Dar immediately after the first chat because they each had one-on-ones with Dar, and Lauren talked to Dar that same night, and Dar was like, "Oh, I already know. Raven told me everything." And it's like, "Oh, okay, well." So Lauren was kind of calling Raven out for that. Yeah, but I'm staying focused on
No, I get it.
I don't want to get it all muddy, but
I feel bad. I took all of Dar's time.
No, I mean, hey, listen. So this is not an interrogation. I'm just really trying to figure out because we have these. Lori.
Hey, Lori. A pencil. A sharpened pencil. So I fill out this form. I'm sorry, y'all.
And she uses pencils to erase quickly. I like that.
No, I have forms that I have to fill out, so I'm gonna be kind of I'm here, but I'm not here.
Oh, good. Hey, do what you got to do.
Go away from me. Go bring me that other paper. Hurry up.
Lori's like, I got shit to do. Give me a second.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, all good. Lori, I was just saying, I'm sorry to, I know you got things going on, but I was just saying to Lauren, this is not an interrogation. It's more so because we have the backyard chats, and I don't know how you feel about those. We only have limited time in those, and sometimes it's very difficult to just kind of get all the information. And I feel like we all know different things. So going into nice elimination, I really wanted to just know just pretty much just anything that you've heard. But what do you think about our progress so far as a group? Genuinely.
I genuinely think it's ass for real. I really do. I think it's ass because we're never all of us are never seem to be on the same page ever since Amancio, but even then I didn't really talk to people about it beforehand. But I don't know. I just feel like none of us are on the same page.
So the thing is you just made a fucking amazing point. So do you think it's better for us to work individual or play as a team? Because if we can't get the team concept down, so we just kind of just play is it an individual game now at this point?
Well, I've been you guys probably have noticed that I've called Raven out twice now. Yeah, so I've been I've never told one specific person oh, I think it's Raven, but I am putting it out there in front of a group setting so that people know, and there's no chit-chatting behind people's backs about who I think is a traitor. You know what I mean? So I don't mind calling the people out that I think, but to be honest with you, she is the only person that I'm over 80% on right now. I am really in the middle with a lot of people. Because I still don't know. I don't know what to believe.
I've been going back and forth. That's why I asked you about is it better for us to be on working as an individual or as a team? Because I don't know if it's possible for us to be on a collective front.
I don't think it is, to be honest.
So with that being said, what are our options at this point? Can we band together for together, or are we just hey, listen, what I'm trying to think about the next move for a group and also for myself as an individual.
Right, and it also depends on the other night. I think everybody was kind of voicing their concerns about Mike, and then last night or the night before it was Dar, and then I feel like we're always on one person kind of heavy for one night, and then the next night it's and for me, it's the same way in my individual game too, because like I told you before, I keep going back and forth on Mike. Like, is he too good at the game because he's a traitor, or is he too good because he just knows the game and he's too much of an obvious option? I don't know what else to do except for in my heart of hearts from the beginning, the very first day, I thought that Raven was a traitor, and in my gut I feel it. So I don't know, it's just something in my gut I feel. So I'm going with that almost 100%. But other than that, I don't know.
I've heard a lot of things about Mike as well as Raven. You brought a lot of things to the table about Raven. I've heard nothing about Dar. And I thought that we all collectively as a group, we decided that we were not going to vote on the quietest one. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, are we going back to our old ways? Are we just going to say, listen, I know we agreed on, but are we just going to go for Dar because he's an easy pick? Or does he have something that myself or Lori missed?
It's hard. It's getting rough because, like, we're really trying to figure out, like, are we doing this as a team or are we doing it individually? Like,
so I don't know, guys. I really want to work as a team, but I don't know if we can get there. I really don't. And then people are missing, like, every time we have an actual chat.
Yeah.
Where it's not a backyard, where we're all actually together. There's like always somebody missing, I feel like. So it's really hard. And then I feel like as a group, we go and target that one person that's missing, which we have seen before doesn't work out too well. So,
like, the way that she was, like, this is an individual game. Like, I feel like I'm individual and the rest of us are trying to work together as a team to figure out who's who and what's what. And, like, she won't tell us anybody else other than Raven. Like, she's just hell-bent on Raven.
You brought up how Raven mentioned to Dar, like, she already gave him information.
Yeah.
Like, is there anything else? Has there been, like, any other conversation? Like, I haven't heard anything about Elle. I don't really know what Elle's position is in this game. Has her name came up, or?
No, I had one conversation with her after she called me out and voted for me that one night. And it was just her saying it was a big misunderstanding. I've had no other conversations with her.
Yeah.
So I don't know anything about her either. Like, her and Dar were kind of like, I have no idea, up until last night. And she was talking a lot last night too. More than usual. So I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just, I'm kind of like, I'm on the same page as far as, like, either working together or as a team.
She did say that she would like to work with the group, but, like, she just hell-bent on Raven, and I was like, wow. She said she's like 80% sure.
I'm leaning towards Lauren now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes!
Oh!
Yes!
Like, it's crazy how she goes after Raven.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of about Raven too, but like, that's crazy.
Yes. Oh my god! Come on, Elle, let's get going.
I got the interrogation and the backyard chat mixed up, so I thought it was the interrogation chat, and I was just gonna be late, or the backyard chat was gonna be late.
No.
Oh, no worries.
I just need, like, your input on a lot of things, because the backyard chats don't really give us a lot of time to discuss everything. As you notice, like, we were just starting to get going with Dar, and then Nick was like, "Nope, goodbye, everything's done." So it's just kind of difficult to kind of, like, gauge everything. So going into elimination, like, what do you think about our progress so far as a group?
As a group, if you want to put Ashley, right? I keep wanting to call her Felicia, but it's Ashley. If you put Ashley aside, because that was kind of given to us, right? Because she didn't show up.
Yeah.
If we look at the past, we did horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, we voted Amancio out, and it was a bad choice, I think.
I 100% agree, and I think that we positioned ourselves so that way. But after we left that vote with Amancio, I thought we all agreed that we were not going to vote for the quietest one. So how did Dar's name come up? Is there something that, like, myself or Lori missed in a conversation that, like,
I honestly don't know. I don't know.
So at this point, do you feel like is this maybe just easy for us to just kind of, like, work less as not so much as a team and on an individual game, like we're just all playing individual games? Or you think we could actually work it out as a team?
I think we need to work it out as a team, but I think those backyard chats are hard because nobody really wants to put anybody out there because they're afraid of the backlash.
And that's the problem right there, is that like I feel like even though like it's not that there's alliances formed, but I think that we're allowing our emotions, or like, oh, I think hypothetically I'm really cool with Jim Bob, so I'm not going to vote for him, even though in the back of my mind this person could possibly be a traitor. And I think that's really what's hindering us from moving forward as a group.
What do you think would be the better approach? Everybody just go with who they see. I'm afraid of, when Nick, being he, gave us the rules, if that there was a tie, we'd have to vote again. And then if there was another tie, he would use a random generator for people who weren't in the tie. So, watching the real game, there were alliances built and people kind of worked with each other with those alliances to try to get numbers, to get, we got 2 minutes to get, certain people out. So I think alliances are important, but it's really hard after seeing how the whole Ashley thing and Drea played out. It's hard to trust anyone. It is. It's really hard.
Ashley did really have us fooled. And I mean, like, it did. So, I mean, like, is there anyone like going into tonight's elimination that you can be like, you know what, Anthony, Lori, like this person is really, or these people? Because like at this point, I think I'm just kind of like, I don't know.
Everybody's just blown away, and like we need to either come together collaboratively, or we're just gonna have a bunch of random votes.
I feel weird about Raven because she did say that she plans on having no alliances, and I just thought that was kind of weird. You would think that you'd want to have alliances.
Yeah.
I'm still a little suspicious of Lauren, especially after last night when we thought maybe they voted another traitor, right, to get another traitor, that there wasn't going to be a murder, and she said, well, we only have 2 people to go. Well, how did she know that? How did she know that not all 3 of them were going to show up? Yeah. So that might have been a slip up. I don't know.
I feel like Elle never gives anything. Nothing. No emotion, no nothing.
What's up? You guys got some questions for me?
No, it's more so I'm trying to, like, Laura and I we had the conversation with Elle as well as Lauren. I keep using the example as like the backyard chess. We're not able to be a part of them as all of us. Yeah. So I'm just trying to like get like an understanding of where everyone's leaning at. I don't even like the word interrogation because like I don't have questions. It's more so like, so how do you feel about like our group's progress so far? Because I feel like we're kind of like fucking ourselves at this point. You know what I'm saying? For lack
we haven't done great so far, that's for sure. Like I've said, the Amuncio vote made sense at the time. We had nothing to go off of. The murders, none of them were particularly surprising to me. I just tried to take what I could away from them.
Yeah.
Although, they do suck in that I didn't know Rachel well at all. First day of the game, no one really got to know her. Yeah. But Amy and Dot were 2 people that I felt good with both personally. Like, I trusted them, and I was also pretty sure they weren't traitors.
So do you feel like going into the remainder, these next couple of weeks in the game, do you think it's better for us to kind of like collectively come together? Or do you think it's best to play an individual game and just do our best to kind of like get to the end?
I think we need to keep sharing information. Like, I've shared my information for this round, and like people are going to make their decision come voting time. And I think that is what it is. I feel this is the most confident I've felt in a vote myself. Now, something could happen at the vote to shake that, but as of now, like I didn't feel great heading into the Amuncio vote, and heading into the second round, I didn't feel great either. Like, I thought Drea was either extremely messy in either direction. It wasn't even like I'm pretty sure you're a traitor. It was you're a mess. Like, I can't trust you. You might be a traitor, you might not be.
Anyone that says that that they would prefer to work as an individual, and that's honestly when I stopped really kind of believing it was Mike at that point. But I mean, I knew after Lauren said that she would rather work by herself in this, and Mike said he'd rather work in a group. That's when I was like, hey, listen, I am 100%. I believe that she is a traitor. So I've heard a few, like, Lauren brought something to my attention again about Raven. And Raven has really started to pop up on the radar. Have you heard any like discussions about like her prior to Lauren?
Yeah.
Or like,
yeah, actually, because going into the second round, I was in between, like, mostly in between Raven, and then it kind of turned into Drea, to be honest with you. And like the thing that's made me kind of back off of Raven is how aggressively Ashley was targeting her out of the gate. Now, like, traitors can vote other traitors, and they can push for other traitors to go home. They just can't say, I'm a traitor, so I know so-and-so is a traitor. They can't do that. But I don't think that any traitor would come out of the gate, day one of the game, and target their fellow traitor. That's crazy. That's something that happens, like, mid-game. You get what I'm saying? And so that for me, like, is a solid piece of evidence that to me outweighs the verbal slip up, and now she's like thrown information at Dar like the same day. Like, she went right to the next chat apparently and told him I was targeting him. It is what it is. Like I said, I'd tell him to his face, but like Lauren found that to be suspicious or threatening. So and I totally, like, I'm not happy about it. But like I don't. Right now, I have more evidence saying that she's probably a faithful than evidence saying that she's probably a traitor.
So the thing is, like, with the Amancio vote, I remember because I think we were all just kind of like getting acclimated to our surroundings. We all decided that, not all, like, we collectively agreed that we were not going to vote on the quietest. But it just seems like this time around, it's like that's kind of like shifting. Like, I don't know. I haven't had a conversation with Jar. I think I had one-on-one with him, and that was maybe like last week. So like, is there anything that like I missed that like would like lead us to believe that like, hey, listen, also Dar is someone?
Oh yeah, I'm not voting Dar because he's quiet. Not at all. I'm voting Dar because Ashley never mentioned his name. Dar never mentioned Ashley's name. I know that both Ashley and Dar were spreading out their one-on-ones to talk to as many people as possible. They both made reference to, oh, I haven't got to talk to you. Let me make sure I'm talking to you. And now that Ashley's been revealed as a traitor, Dar has multiple times disavowed ever speaking to her in a one-on-one. Which, like, it doesn't check out that two people that want to talk to as many people as possible both missed each other like ships in the night.
I kept trying to tell him, no, dude, I don't get that reading from Dar. I really don't.
So tell me, what do you think?
I don't know, dude. I kind of was leaning at Lauren at one point. I do kind of think Raven, though, like, just because she's kind of sketchy and then that desperate need for us to believe her. But that can be just personality. It's funny that Elle said her and Lauren, or I mean that Lauren said her and Elle were good. Like, we're good. And then Elle's like, oh, she's on my radar. So I'm like,
Lauren so what really stood out to me is I asked every single person, would they prefer to be a single player or as a team? Everyone except for Lauren was the only one said, I would prefer to work as an individual.
Yes. I was like, okay.
That was a red flag to me because that lets me know that, like, her intentions are not pure. She only really has her best interest in mind. And if you're a traitor, that's the only thing you care about. You only care about like yourself. To the top.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Mike's like, no. I want us to work together. We need to work together. I'm going to continue to provide you guys information. Elle said the same thing. And that's why, like, I know that heart of hearts yesterday, you know me. I was like, I'm voting for Mike. Mike is it. Unless Mike comes in with a halo, I'm voting for him. Now, her response right there,
it kind of like, whoa.
Yeah, it's like, why would you want to work? I mean, we are so much more. We have such more of an advantage if we work together collectively. Yes. I'm not gonna take Mike off of my list, but I am gonna say I agree with him. I think that him sharing information, information, that's how we're gonna be able to get to the end and make sure that we like eliminate the traitor.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. He gave us more information. Like, he shared more information than Lauren or Elle. Yeah. Like by far. I did notice, I mean, like, if you're a traitor, you're gonna go at somebody so hard that they're like, I mean, like, the way she went at her tonight, like, didn't I tell you about that? Like, the fuck? I was like, whoa, like, what are you, her sister, her mom? Like, even then, like, y'all are adults. Like, so, like, she could be going after Raven and throwing more suspicion on Raven, which makes me a little bit about Raven, but I'm kind of leaning towards Lauren. We're trying to, like, if you're going to work as a group, we need to have that group mind, not I'm going to take from the group and then go off individually. And that's how I felt that she kind of presented it.
Yeah. So 100%, I'm not going to change my vote. I'm going to
exactly
go with Lauren. I'm going to go with Lauren.
This is the most Leo confessional of all time.
I mean, listen. Yeah, it is.
When I did the one-on-one with Raven, when I went in there, I told her to update me, you know, and then she told me everything. It wasn't like it wasn't like a, you know what I'm saying?
Drea.
Hey, Drea.
So where's Mike? And did anyone know what he was saying before I left?
I think he was just telling Elle like what the conversation was in the chat that night.
So did he ever expose his big plan?
No.
No.
Drea, I thought the hands on your shirt were your hands for a second. We were just really excited to see Jason.
Yeah, they're like a design.
Oh, I thought I got the good wave. Drea, show the shirt again? That is too cool for school.
Yeah. Got 2 hands on it.
Did y'all just become best friends?
So Lori and we interrogated Lauren, Elle, and Mike. And it was, I want to be completely transparent with all of you because I want us to go into this elimination knowing everything that we discussed, not just kind of like bandwagging off of one person and hearing like not everything. So with the minimum amount of time that we have, I want to be very transparent and just open up the door so you guys can ask us anything you want to. But I know that Lori did want to bring up something, and we're going to go from there.
Can I talk to Dar for just a quick second with everybody in the group? Because it's huge on tonight. So the other night when Drea and I were interrogating you, there was one moment, and I brought it up the other night, and then we got cut off. When I was trying to explain to you that I truly believe that one of the 4 returning players in this game is absolutely a traitor. And you got not upset with me, but you immediately said like, it's not like, am I a traitor now? I never once thought that. And you can ask Drea, that was not what I was trying to get at. What I was saying is one of us definitely is. Dot is no longer here. And I can tell you right now, and I'll stand by it, I am not a traitor. I want you to just tell me like, because I was going to bring it up tonight, you were just offended that I asked that, right? Because you're definitely not a traitor, and that upset you that I asked that. It wasn't that.
He's basically saying, why did you get so defensive?
I wanted to bring it up now, not later tonight, because
I got defensive because I thought you were saying I was a traitor. You know what I'm saying? I thought you were saying like that. I thought you were targeting
Drea, I hope you can back me up here. The question was, one of the 4 of us, statistically, is probably a traitor.
A statement was said by Jason. He was like, I believe that one of the 4 returning ones is a traitor. And Dar said, well, what do you think? I'm the traitor? So I think what Jason is
right. And you just kind of interrupted me a little bit quick.
Why did you just assume that he was asking if you was a traitor?
All I need to do right now, I need to talk to Mike because
I get it.
Okay, he wants to talk to Mike. I want to hear what Lori was about to say.
Yes.
That really got me.
I'm sorry, Lori. I didn't mean to interrupt. I know you guys have the floor tonight. I just wanted Dar to know, like, that wasn't an attack on you. I just wanted you to remind me, man, you're not a traitor. But statistically, I still believe one of the 4 of us are. And I'm not one of them. And Dot's missing now.
I believe it now.
There's only so much math you can do there.
We went about this approach not so much as an interrogation, but as a discussion.
Yeah.
We asked, okay, like, do you want to work as a collaborative group, or would you rather be individual? Lauren, you were the only one that said, like, you were kind of playing this individually at the moment. Could you, like, we kind of ran out of time, and I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but could you, like, elaborate a little bit more on that? Like, why would you work?
Yeah, the only reason I feel like I'm playing individually is because I have publicly came out and said who I have had suspicious feelings about, and that's been Raven. I haven't had any one-on-one chats with anybody here where I've said, I think it's Raven. I've just come out and said that, my feelings about her, and I've confronted her twice now in a group setting. So that is why I feel more like I'm playing an individual game, because nobody else has said her name to me yet. I'll be honest, nobody else has said it. Not really, not like how I've said it. And I did say that I would love to play a group game, but I'm going to be honest, the other night I thought we were all going to write another name. And that's exactly what I said to you and Anthony in our one-on-one, is that I didn't feel like we were all on the same page. So right now I do feel like I'm playing individually, because my mindset and my sights are on somebody that not really anybody else is talking about.
I'm sorry.
That was all that was. Yeah.
I was doing like school couple ones.
No.
So.
All right.
I figured Anthony was asking and you were writing down, so.
well, no, I was actually busy, like I said, doing.
Oh, you're good.
And I will say that anything that I share, I promise 100% has been consistent. Yeah. Like, I'm not sharing information and blowing it out. Like, I wasn't saying to Dar, like, oh, Mike is gonna like vote you out. Like, he's getting everyone on his team to vote you out. I was telling him specifically that Mike brought his name up. And it also happens that he wasn't there. So it makes it easier for your name to be brought up when you're not in the chat.
Yeah. So I agree with that point.
I don't know who I'm voting for. I haven't been here. Don't nobody know who they voting for. Make smart choices. We have to get a traitor out. Whoever you vote for, please be inclined. If you vote for me, like, I won't like get it. Whoever you vote for, make sure you think in your heart that they are a traitor.
Yes.
Because I don't think anyone's going to be on the same page tonight. I have no idea.
I think we're all kind of all over the place. So like.
Yeah,
like, good luck,
I'm feeling a little targeted by Lauren low key, but I'm also trying to not like. I don't know if I know. Like, I'm really.
She definitely targeted you, but
she straight up said she thought you were a traitor.
Yeah.
Both vote nights too. It's specifically both vote nights, and I'm like, ugh. But I don't know if I'm looking too deep into it, but it keeps my eye out. So I'm just like keeping my eye out.
Like, what do you think? There's
and there you are. Speak of the devil.
We did share that about the whether you'd work collaboratively or one-on-one, and Lauren did clarify why she gave us that answer that she did. I mean, she did say too, I would love to work as a group, but right now I do feel like I'm working individually, because like everything, like it's so crazy. Like, don't know who to trust, don't know who to trust, don't know who's lying, don't know who's not. So
where's everybody at?
Oh, here's my shirt that my daughter
must be saving time for closer to the vote, because you want to
Save
be
the
closer to the
drama for your mama.
Bye, guys. Mike, what was your plan from the night when I was a huge bitch?
Bye, Raven.
Mike, what was your plan from the night I was a huge bitch? Remember?
That vote? I was gonna vote you.
No, I didn't say what was your duh, Mike, duh. I'm saying what was your plan? Remember when we found out it was Ashley?
Yeah, no. I don't know if anyone shared this with you yet, but I'm almost certain that Dar is a traitor. Dar, this is something Jason said, but Dar was very defensive when Jason had brought up the potential of returning being a traitor. Speak of the devil, So Dar,
both of them.
So Dar, you had wanted to be told why I was going after you, and I'm gonna probably end up repeating this at the vote as well. So I'm gonna sound like a broken record by the time the round sort of ends. And I'd love to hear your thoughts back on this, because I haven't had a chance to say it to your face.
Bye, guys. Work it out.
Bye, Drea. But my thought is, look, you say you've never had a one-on-one with Ashley, right?
Yeah.
I find it a little hard to believe. I know you guys were both trying to have one-on-ones with as many people from the cast as possible. I find it a little hard to believe that you guys never talked, unless you guys talked every night, because you're traitors and you got those extra chats. I also find
I didn't talk to her.
Okay. And I also find it, that convenient that you were down at one point with the Dot plan, I believe, and then Dot later gets murdered. I think Dot was a good murder for you.
What do you mean?
I think you were like, when we had our one-on-one, you didn't give me much, but according to my notes, the only person you would admit you were suspicious of was Dot, which aligns pretty well with what which aligns pretty well with what Ashley was pushing, like that entire round.
Look, y'all can all interrogate me, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I don't understand.
You wanted to know my reasoning, and I'm good to share my reasoning with you.
Another thing is, I don't understand, like, why.
Dar, you're all right, man.
Man, I'm telling you.
I didn't like that. So tell me about the dot thing before I get off, because I have to save some time.
This is something I didn't even know until I went back through my notes. But like, I did have a one-on-one with Dar, and he wasn't giving me much at all. Like, he was like, I tried to say, like, man, who are you suspicious of? Because I was sharing my thoughts at the time. And he's like, oh, I don't know. It's so hard to tell at this point. And, it's like deep into round 2 at this point.
While it's just the 3 of us right now, there's multiple people that are talking about both of you guys. For sure.
Elle?
Elle, for sure.
Me too.
That's crazy.
Why is my name?
Elle, Lauren has been pushing right now.
Oh, yeah, of course. Because
you guys have your own little thing. I don't think it's necessarily that, but the Dar thing, if he was saying Dot and now Dot ended up murdered, that's something I can take if I've got some time. This is all over the place, and
I'm just saying, if we don't vote out Dar, I think we're making a massive mistake. Like, this Raven stuff is noise. The Lauren stuff is noise. The Elle stuff is noise.
No, Raven has done her best to, like, deter that. Between you and Dar, Mike, everybody's got their own opinions. Lauren, of course, I've stuck through with saying, like, you bring up things that we're uncomfortable bringing up. And I commend you for doing that. I've never once said we should look at her because of that. There are others that are doing that, but right now I think it is a Mike and a Dar thing. Like,
I'm voting Dar. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Me
There's
too.
people talking about me. I didn't know that.
This is the first time I'm hearing it. I believe it. I don't think Jason's a bullcrapper, but like,
I don't either. But I missed a lot of the backyard chat last night because I only got to get the last 10 minutes, and it was only Lori and Drea.
I was there, but true to form, I did a lot more talking than listening. That's kind of my thing, I know Jason had mentioned that you had mentioned Elle. Is this accurate?
I have not mentioned Elle. All I said about Elle is that I haven't talked to her much yet.
Yeah, a little more than half my time. Okay, no, that's fair. Yeah, I mean,
wait,
look,
he said I mentioned Elle? That's weird.
He did. He actually said Elle and me, for what it's worth.
Really?
Yeah, he said, like, Lauren has something with Elle. I think he's all going back to the vote. Like, listen, to me, it's all noise. I don't care.
Yeah.
I have, in my opinion, solid evidence to back up my thoughts. And if that evidence makes sense to people, I hope they're going to vote out Dar. I don't care.
That's what I said about Raven. I've been saying how I feel about her.
For Raven, because I heard that directly from you. Like,
Yeah, so it seems like it's basically between you and Dar tonight. And I literally had both of you in the middle of my list. And I really don't know what to do at this point. I think I still want to vote, like you said, you're going to vote for Dar either way. I'm going to vote probably for Raven either way. And that's just my feelings.
I understand that and I respect that. But like the main thing that against voting Raven for me, and I'm not trying to sweep what you're saying under the rug. I'm genuinely not. The biggest piece of evidence is Ashley was going hard on her. It's gonna be a crazy night. How are you?
Yeah, man. This is I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling right now. I feel like I had this kind of surefire. I'm gonna stick with this, and I think that I'm not allowing the conversations to, like cloud my judgment. It's gonna be a real tough decision tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, you can just tell me straight up what way you're leaning, even if it is like a, or against what I've been preaching. Like, if you have evidence, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah. So, Lauren, so I asked everyone, I was like, hey, listen, would you prefer to work in a group setting or would you prefer to work in like individual? And Lauren was just like straight off the bat. She's like, listen, I prefer to work in a team. Her reasoning was that she's dropped information, no one been receptive to it, so it's just better that she's worked by herself. Both you and Elle came out and said, hey, listen, like, yeah, we've had our challenges, but I believe we can work together. And you said yourself, I'm going to keep giving information until if I'm voted out, I'm voted out.
Yeah.
But my thing is, like, I spoke with Lori after we were done during the interrogations.
Yeah.
If you're a traitor, right, your only concern is to work by yourself, because what ends up happening is like, you see that as like, if you work in a group setting, it's going to be easier for people to pick up on you. And even if she isn't a fucking traitor, if you want to work by yourself, then why are you here?
We're gonna give the floor to Dar right now. So go ahead, Dar.
Yo, Mike, I just want to let you know I was not targeting Dot, man. I was not targeting Dot. Like, I was going to do a one-on-one with him and talk to him and everything, but he was actually cool.
You know, and I'm not trying to sit out here and say you were targeting Dot. What I'm saying is we had our one-on-one, and I pushed you for a name because you weren't giving me anything, and I pushed you, and the only person you would even say you were a little suspicious of was Dot. That name just so happened to align with what Ashley had been pushing that same round, and we now, like, oh, she wasn't here, but what Ashley had told Drea to push, to be clear. And then it aligned with the murder that happened right after that. So, like, that's what I'm saying is the only person you would tell me you were suspicious of. And this was something you told me one-on-one. It wasn't like you said it publicly. That, to me, you know, that only adds evidence to the evidence I've already shared throughout the round. I don't got to repeat myself.
Told you, me and Ashley had nothing, you know what I'm saying? And Dot, he was cool.
Cool. Yeah,
But
you can think someone's cool and still murder them for your game. Like, is what it is.
For sure.
Can I ask
For
something?
sure.
Can I ask something to Mike? I just want to know why.
Chance to ask something.
I want to know. I understand that you are suspicious of Dar, and I want to know why your only points of why you're suspicious of him come back to Ashley.
Well, Ashley's the only person in this entire game that I know for a fact is a traitor, so I've looked over everything that had to do with Ashley. Positive mentions of her by other people, negative mentions of her by other people, positive mentions from her, negative mentions, who she was targeting, who she never mentioned, who says they never had a one-on-one with her. That's what all my evidence on Dar is based on, and what Dar has said to me directly, of course. But, like, I don't have anything better than anybody else. That's really what it boils down to.
Well, I want to know why Jason told Mike.
Ooh, I like this. Interrogate me.
I want to know why Jason told Mike. Well, this is okay. Listen, I understand this is going to be another game of telephone, but that's what this fucking game is. It's a huge game of telephone, and it's who you want to believe and who you don't want to believe. It's going to keep happening every single night. So yes, here's another game of telephone for you.
Here.
Okay, so. You, me, and Mike were just like in and out of the backyard chat just now, and then you left, and Mike told me that you were saying that I had Mike and Elle specifically, their names in my mouth. And when did you hear that from me?
For sure, you and Elle have had constant issues with one another.
No, when did you hear her name out of my mouth about having an issue with her being suspicious of her?
As you stood up for yourself to say this is what our problem was and what we were doing. That is 100%. You and Elle, you can either back me up or say, no, that's not true. Are you trying to say you and Elle never had an issue with each other?
I'm saying we had. I'm saying the only issue we had was the night she voted for me, and her and I had a one-on-one, and that was the only place it was discussed after that. Is when her and I were like, "Oh, it was a big miscommunication. We made up. We were fine after that."
Not necessarily just a miscommunication.
But I want to know where you heard me talking about something else about her. What else did I say about her except for the fact that we had?
I didn't say you were talking about her, did I?
Yes, you. Okay.
I mean, I just, I don't think he specified when.
You two have constantly had issues.
He didn't specify when you were targeting her, for what it's worth, or me.
No.
So, like, he didn't.
That was one of the other things we've dealt with that never really got fulfilled.
I've never once said her name.
No, I didn't say targeting. I said you had to make up for what had gone wrong, and what we were interested in interrogating was the people that had issues. That was why I wanted to speak with you.
No. Okay, me and her publicly having issues because she voted for me. That was public. She voted for me. Obviously, that was an issue. But her and I talked about it, and I never once said anything bad or that I was suspicious of her after that. So I don't know how you could say
I didn't
that
say
I had her.
That you did. I said your name has been brought up again.
So Mike's lying to me.
That was what I said.
Nobody's
don't know
lying.
how
This is turning into me lying.
I don't think there's a situation there that's lying. Your name gets brought up repeatedly.
And when did I say Mike's name?
But hey, if you want me to tell you everybody that's brought your name up, I'm happy to do that.
Yeah, I'd like to hear that. And when did I say Mike's name?
I just said it.
Really, Jason? You're gonna go like that?
All right, listen. I
honestly
think that
all I've done is talk about how well you have an answer for every situation you found yourself in.
Because it's the facts. It's not an answer. It's the facts.
I really think that right now you two are barking up the wrong tree, both of you.
Okay.
Respectfully, like,
right.
I understand we have differences of opinion here. What I want to kind of redirect the conversation, Dar, I want to hear your responses to the things I've been sharing. I want to hear your reasons why I shouldn't vote.
But like, listen, I told you, and I'll tell you again. Like, you know what I'm saying? From the very beginning, I just been looking at you, you know what I'm saying? And the way you switched that story up onto me was kind of suspicious to me, but I didn't want to say nothing. So that's just how it's going to be tonight.
No, I mean, look, I'm making no secret of where I want the vote to end, and I don't want to speak two people that I have less suspicions of trying to, you know, distract, like, unintentionally. Like, I'm giving you a chance to respond directly to what I've said about you. I want to know why this isn't true. Like, I want to know a reason not to vote you. I want to hear something different.
I told you I wasn't targeting Dot. Like, that's all I got to say. I wasn't targeting Dot. Dot was cool. We was talking.
I mean, you're right. You weren't targeting. You just said he was the only person that you were suspicious of.
That was at the beginning. We talked. Me and Dot talked.
It was day 2 or round 2, whatever. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, man. It was the same round that Ashley was telling Drea to go for Dot, right, Drea?
Mm-hmm.
But
I heard
that's what I'm saying.
Ashley has been talking about Dot since the beginning. Like I said, we were alliances from the first day.
Me and Ashley have nothing to do with each other.
That's what you keep saying, but it's weird that you were
I
trying
was
to
I was doing one-on-ones. I was doing one-on-ones like every time we got a chance to do it. I was going by everybody slowly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was going by everybody. I don't understand, you know.
So, hey, real quick, Gar, if it's okay with you. So one of the things that seems odd to that about me is why would Dar talk about somebody that he had an issue with and then coincidentally he never repeated that again, but then that person ended up murdered? Like, how odd would that be for him to say, I only have a problem with one person, and then that's the one person that goes away?
Wait, Dot is murdered?
Yeah.
Knock off, girl.
Girl.
Where did you think he was?
Traitors killed him.
Just to finish this thought, he just got shook. His traitor just didn't show up and got eliminated. Everything was going to plan. Me and Drea were going after each other. We're both faithfuls as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know. He got shook. He's scared. He gets a choice to murder, and he's going to murder someone that was going after him because Dot had said, you know, Dar's real quiet. He's in self-preservation mode. I understand why he murdered Dot, even if it puts a little heat on him. He's hoping that he can cause us to turn on each other, or we turn on each other on our own because of the fear of misinformation.
I'll let you finish.
All right, okay, that's my thought.
I never even heard Dot go after me. I never even heard him go after me. You know what I'm saying? Say anything about me. He was cool. Like I said, we're chilling.
I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Stop. Dot thought that the traitors were Mike and Drea. I'll tell you guys that straight up. I went back to my notes just to quit the petty arguing and the blah 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 blah. Let's get down to business. Let's figure out who the traitor is and let's go. I came back, Dar, and the he didn't go after Dar. I mean, like he said, maybe because he wasn't there that night or whatever their little issue was, but they worked it out because I have been like in chats with it was just me, Dar, Anthony, and even you, Mike, the night that Drea straight up accused you guys with such conviction about being traitors. Like they got along great. They were like teammates. They were like, come on, like how could you like think that of any of us? And like he actually had your back that night, Dar did, and he also had Dot's back that night.
Yeah. And like I just have a clarifying question.
And Jason's too. I mean, like he was like, just because we're returning players doesn't mean that we are traitors. I mean,
hey, Lori, as you finish, Mike, before you go, Lori, as you finish that, I want to put out to everybody that right from the beginning, my instincts it was one of the four of us.
We've all, those of us that have never played this, we're all kind of like, they're all the traitors because like they all know what they're doing and blah, blah.
Yeah.
But you know,
that would be awesome.
That would be at the very beginning. And I'm just trying to say, I don't feel that Dar's a traitor. Like, I mean,
I don't either.
I'm not trying to like argue or anything. Like, I'm just, I'm kind of just disagreeing with you a little bit. Your thoughts are your thoughts. I went back to my notes. I read them, and Dot believed that you
and then that's my question. When was this? When? When was this?
You doing okay?
Yes.
No.
When did he say this? Was it round 1, round 2?
Dot said that on. I will go back to this right over here.
I'm feeling as good as you were the other day.
When he was on the other night, yes.
Was it the night that I missed?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the night that I missed?
Yes.
Well.
Yeah, Drea, it was.
You know.
Sorry, Anthony. I didn't mean to ignore you. Yeah, I'm still on the same page.
Can we hear what Elle has to say at some point?
I don't even know what to say.
Sorry, Drea. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I dropped my phone.
No, it's okay. I was just gonna speak on because Dot said he thought I was a traitor, so I'm like, I can understand that because I called him out, and I pretty much knew that was a possibility. But guys, like, do I give traitor? What the fuck?
To be honest, I was going to vote for you the last time, Drea, but I think after what happened with Ashley, I do not see you as a traitor.
Yeah, I agree.
You are not on my radar at all.
That's why like me. But
not anymore.
But before that, yeah.
What are the names up for elimination? I'm really getting tired of this.
Right.
So what I took away from this is Mike, your name is on the list. Dar, your name is on the list. Raven, your name is on the list. Lauren, you're on the list. That's exactly what I got from this entire bullshit that we're going through right now. So now with that being said, you individuals, Raven, Lauren, Mike, Dar, can you just do me a favor and just like say something? Like just give us like a little bit of like, hey, listen, please don't point the finger at someone else. I don't care about anyone else. I care about exactly why you think you are not the traitor. If someone's going to get voted off tonight, it's either going to be Raven, Lauren, Mike, or Dar. That's it.
Anthony, I can't say the F word, but damn it, I love your effing honesty. I'll put it that way.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I have the finger up already. Okay, so I have been as authentic as I can be, as forward as I can be. I take my shit, even when you point me out in front of public. I admit everything that I say and do because I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm not trying to even blow up anything.
I'll be right back. I'm sorry. I got to keep throwing up. Keep talking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I stay consistent. I don't even want to even target anyone, especially Lauren that's going after me, although I will keep an eye out because someone's going after me. I am also listening to everyone. I'm not putting words out there or anything like that in a force in a negative way to put someone in a negative light. Jesus Christ. I think that's it. Do we need any more?
No.
So from like, not the very beginning, but from like after the Mike and Drea thing, I've been telling everybody to interrogate me in front of big groups. I've been telling y'all all types of information and everything. And I've been trying to talk to everyone one-on-one, and everyone been giving me like, good. It's slightly bad vibes, but good vibes at the same time. And it all pointed towards one person. So that being said, like, I know my vote and I know who I'm voting for.
Appreciate that, Dar.
If you don't like me, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? But
we all like you, man. You know that. Come on. Yeah. It has nothing to do with it. I appreciate it, though. You're right.
I've been trying this whole time. I've been trying so hard to, get who's the traitor and all that. But like, if you don't like me and you want me out, it's whatever.
All right. I'll go. Like, I've been the way I've been since the start of this game. This is how I've played 3 seasons before. I can't shut up. I don't know. Fountain stream of my own personal thoughts, stream of consciousness, whatever you want to call it. It's the way I am. And I've been wrong in past rounds, or at least I think I've been wrong. I think I've been wrong, Andrea. I admit that. I was wrong in Amuncio. But where I'm at now, I'm sharing my information, trying to trust the people that I think will see logic in that, and I hope those are the faithful. I hope I'm not doing the traitor's work for them. And this is just how I am. It's how I'm going to play as long as I'm here. And I've appreciated being here so far. So, this is how I'm going to be. Like, if you disagree with me, I respect it. If you have good reason, I respect it. That is what it is.
Well, guys, I'm just like this in real life. I'm unapologetically me. I really don't care what people think of me in the real world, and I've felt that that's made me more comfortable in myself as a person. And I just want to let you guys know that I am a faithful, and I have voiced my opinions, and I've put myself out there. I've never played one of these games before. I'm not a returning player, but I am putting myself out there and taking a risk on my first game and hoping that, you know, you guys will actually believe what I'm saying, because I am a faithful and I have been a faithful since day one. And I honestly, I've told Jason this before, I wouldn't want the pressure of being a traitor, because this right here is too much. So I wouldn't want to be a traitor, because I feel like, you know, that's the upper hand on giving someone else distress. But that's
Lauren, I 100% I've been there for you to say that to others. I'm confused as to why you just did what you did. I'm very confused.
Because what Mike
I
just
believe
told
what
me.
you're saying is true.
Yeah.
And me being honest with you and Mike shouldn't be something that you look at me differently. The same way what you just said doesn't make me look at you differently. I have believed that you're saying and doing some things to put yourself out there.
Yeah,
nobody confused me more tonight than you.
Look at the facts, people's behavior, and the facts that have been presented. And like whatever set you find the most compelling, vote that way.
You think my behavior is changing?
I don't know so much that it's changed. I think you're a little defensive. Like, that's just another fact that I'm adding to my opinions. Like, and this is where I'm at.
I'd like to put out there that I feel that way about Lauren tonight.
That's fair. Fine. I mean, she is, you know, you are doing a lot, Lauren.
To come at me, which I feel is one of the very few people that have stuck up to you repeatedly, it's just got me questioning a couple things. But I'm genuinely thinking as we progress here, and I'll probably end up murdered because Lauren got upset with me as I've stuck up for her repeatedly, and I'm just questioning a lot of stuff right now.
I can't murder you because I'm a faithful.
Yeah.
This is noise. Lauren, I think you're getting
As
bogged
said
down in
me
noise.
less than 10 minutes ago, and not everybody else. I'll say that. There's a good possibility I changed my vote tonight.
Oh, no. I really think that that's a mistake. I think Lauren is stressed, and I think the stress is affecting her.
I'm stressed about the fact
I'm
that somebody...
very stressed, guys.
I'm stressed about the fact that somebody I've stuck up for repeatedly
I have
has
a good
called
chance
me
of
out.
getting voted out by faithfuls tonight.
All right, clearly I have muted you all. It is time for you all to write down who you are voting for tonight.
All right, so I think we all know this. I'm gonna just vote Mike, and I have a reason why I'm voting you, Mike. First, when you were going back to Drea and Mike, I remember she was telling me about the spy thing. You denied it, and then you know all that line came up, and then after Dot and all that, and then you tried to find someone else to like target. So I think you targeted me when I was gone. So yeah. That's why I'm voting you.
One vote for Mike. Anybody want to go next? Mike.
All right, so I'll go next. You know, I made this vote because I think it has the most facts and evidence backing it up. It's the first vote I felt decently confident about all game. I didn't just try to blindly search for someone to target or try to stir the pot. I tried to set it up on this one person that I truly think it is. So for that reason, I vote as Dar.
I voted for Lauren. Not know if you could see it or not. Can you see it, y'all? I voted for Lauren, and no offense or anything towards Lauren. I just feel like like the way you come out attacking people, like you're trying to hide something. And I hope that I'm wrong and that you're a faithful, and like I hope that I'm wrong.
Yeah, I voted for Raven. It was nothing hidden. I let everybody know where my feelings have been since day one, and that's my vote. That's what it is.
Whew, we're all over the place. We got one vote for Mike, one for Dar, one for Lauren, one for Raven.
My vote is for fuck. My God. My vote's for Lauren. The reason I voted for Lauren, to be completely honest with you, is because when we had the interrogation, you mentioned of working by yourself. Although you came back and said this is why you would prefer to work by yourself, it's still a group effort. You know, I think we're all trying to figure this out together. And even though we get frustrated, like I always do, I still am looking at all of you to, you know, provide some substance to this dysfunctional group that we have right now to try to figure out who the traitors are. So I don't believe that working by ourselves is going to get us anywhere.
That is 2 votes for Lauren.
I'm voting for Dar. I didn't want to be the odd person out. And I thought everybody was voting for Dar. But yeah, it was really uncomfortable the last time. And some of the things that Mike is saying make sense to me. I'm sorry.
That is 2 votes for Dar, 2 votes for Lauren.
Okay, I voted for Mike. I've had my suspicions. I tried to prove them wrong, and I tried to not again stir pots when I share information. But it just seems like, yeah, you're always in the mix of that stuff, and I just hope that I'm wrong about that too.
Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this because I had to write it with makeup. My pen went out. But I also voted for Michael. I always had an intuition about you, Mike. I think it's kind of I like you, Mike, but I feel like you come off really strong sometimes. And I feel like your information and your reasoning for Dar isn't as strong.
All right, Jason, you either vote Mike out or maybe a tie vote. Who is your vote, please?
As I said from the very beginning tonight, when it all started, I believe that one of the 4 of us were a traitor. I repeatedly went to Mike and said, don't just choose to vote me out because you think I'm a traitor, because that makes sense. As the game progressed, I started to wonder if I was right from the beginning. When Dot left the other day, I thought for sure it's got to be one of us. And after Drea and I interrogated Dar, when he got offended by me asking him if he thought one of the 4 of us could be a traitor, I was dead set that one of us is definitely, and I was correct. I was correct about Ashley. Tonight, I was 100% set on somebody. And then Lauren decided to come at me about something that was so innocent and so out there to say, Lauren, I want you to remind me that you're a faithful. But she came at me and it changed everything I thought for the last 48 hours. I'm not going to say who they were or why I came to the conclusion a night or 2 ago, but I will say my decision was made. And Lauren, I hope that when this is said and done, you're reminded that I started as a faithful, I'm going to end as a faithful, and as I'm wrong tonight, and you murder me tomorrow, I protected you tonight because my mind has not wavered. I believe Mike, the moment he tried to turn Drea and I against each other, became a traitor in my opinion. Mike, I remember you saying I was full of shit a game or 2 ago. Tonight, I believe a lot of what you've done to this group of faithfuls was full of shit. And you're my vote.
Well, Mike, that is enough votes to vote Mike out tonight. You will have 30 seconds to say if you're a faithful or a traitor and say your goodbyes. Please unmute yourself.
All right. Well, that's where it ends for me. I appreciate the opportunity to play with you all. I'm shocked. I think of all of it, this is one of the most shocking outcomes. I came into this game as myself, authentic. This is how I always play, aggressive. And I'm trying to share information as I really thought that would benefit a certain group of people. And bringing information to light and stirring things I thought would benefit a certain group of people. And, well, as it turns out, that certain group of people was faithful, as I've been from the moment I stepped into this game. Peace out, y'all. It's been a pleasure. The vote that surprised me the most right at the end was Jason's. Didn't see that one coming. That's probably my biggest initial thought. And he had a comment about something I said in a podcast. I thought, oh, that's bitterness. New rival? ? It's spicy. I had a lot of fun, and I wish people had listened to me. How many times have I had? I just wish I had an ally. I just wish someone trusted me, and here we are. I just wish people listened to me.
24 hours prior, a couple people had different sets of votes, and a couple of them were going with Mike, and I'll at least say influenced my thoughts on Mike. And then when push came to shove and they were going with somebody different, it was kind of a shock and awe type of thing to me, and where I found myself having to stick with what I knew we'd all agreed on and at least show that I wasn't going to just be flip-flopping all of the time.
That's crazy.
Hey, I'm feeling good.
All right, yeah, so help me, Lauren. Help me figure that you're not. Help me.
I talk a lot. I talk a lot every day. I talk a lot at my job. I like to talk, obviously. Jason has had to cut me off a few times. Other people have had to cut me off a few times. I just need to put my foot in my mouth more than I have been.
I think it's weird for Lauren to call out Raven now. Like, Lauren seems to be really defensive, and I feel like her whole demeanor is just coming like now. Like at first she was like, now she's like, hey. And I'm like, dang, Lauren, like who pissed in your cereal? I don't know what she's been. I wasn't trying to talk to her because, yeah, seemed like she was coming for anybody that said her name.
Everybody.
Right now, I can honestly tell you, I feel like I made a mistake here tonight.
Okay.
Because the way you came at me, it was defensive and it was ridiculous because it came out of nowhere. And I get that you got to save yourself. But if I could do it all over again, you went from the person that I really thought was somebody that was getting a bad rap to somebody I'm wrapping a present around and tying a bow on.
I feel like Lauren is possibly in the mix of like little here and there talks and tidbits and stuff, but so am I at this point. So,
Dar, just so you know, man, I trust and I believe in you.
Hey, listen, I
hope that we made the right decision today.
Mike was a traitor, so now it's gonna get like real hard because like
it is. Elle, how do you feel about tonight?
I'm upset because Mike was in my
I know.
life. I had an alliance with Mike. I was never.
I know you did. For sure.
I know a lot of people. And Dar, I'm really sorry. I started feeling like, okay, this vote's going to lean towards Mike. It's going to lean towards Mike. But then Jason completely confused me because I thought he was leaning towards Lauren. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to throw my vote out there for Dar, knowing that Mike's going to vote Dar, but thinking there isn't anybody else that's going to vote for Dar because they've still got the whole Amuncio thing in the back of their mind that Mike's probably a traitor and he's just going to latch onto somebody. So that's why I threw Dar's name out there. I knew that Dar was not going to be voted off. I was pretty confident that wasn't going to happen. So I thought that would put me in a really good position and then act all hurt and upset that Mike was voted out.
And then Elle voted me. It was kind of crazy. I was like, okay.
I think he's going to be very upset with me and take it personally. I do. I hope that I can try to explain to him that there was strategy behind that.
I don't know. I feel betrayed. I ain't gonna lie. I do.